good afternoon everywhere you are. This is Cactv News this afternoon. We are bringing you news from all over the Federation and news from foreign scene and also from business and sports. Shegun White is my name. Bauchi NLC joins nationwide strike from Tuesday. The Bauchi State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress confirms its participation in the nationwide strike, aligning with the national directive. The move is a response to citizen hardship caused by the removal of the petrol subsidy. The Bauchi chapter of the NLC declared they are into the strike, joining the NLC to go on strike on the 3rd of October, this Tuesday. It's an expression of solidarity with the NLC and also the TUC. The strike begins on Tuesday at 0 hours to highlight the need for urgent remedial action. Also, following the news of the trend of the moment concerning the death of the popular singer Mohbad, Lagos socialite Sam Larry has been arrested in connection with Mohbad's death. Late Thursday, the Lagos State Police Command confirmed the arrest of controversial Lagos socialite Balogun Eletu, known as Sam Larry, in relation to the ongoing investigation into the death of Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. He was arrested upon arrival from Kenya at Muritala Mohammed International Airport and taken to the state police headquarters for questioning. Sam Larry's arrest follows demand for justice over Mohbad's death and Naira Marley's intention to return to Nigeria, emphasizing his safety. On the international scene, bomb blast during religious procession in Pakistan leaves 25 dead and 80 injured. A suicide bomb blast occurred during a religious procession in Pakistan, Balochistan province, resulting in at least 25 deaths and over 80 injuries, with 20 individuals in critical conditions. The explosion took place as people gathered to mark the birthday of Prophet Muhammad. The country's interior ministry confirmed the blast, labeling it as an act carried out by terrorist elements. The attack has been strongly condemned for targeting innocent participants in the Eid Milad-ul-Nabi procession. Also in the international scene, WHO allocates $16 million to combat cholera. The World Health Organization has released $16 million from the WHO Contingency Fund for emergencies to address the cholera crisis. WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus highlighted the importance of ensuring access of safe water and sanitation as a fundamental solution to cholera. The organization is providing essential supplies, coordinating on-ground responses, supporting countries in detecting, preventing and treating cholera, and educating the public on protection measures. Back to the local scene. In Imo State, representatives burned by gunmen. Criminals suspected to be arsonists have set ablaze the country home of Canis Unwachuku, a member of representing Olu and Oru East, Osu Federal Constituency, in the House of Representatives. The incident occurred just hours before the commencement of a 2-day Southeast Summit on Economy and Security held in Owerri, the state capital. The attackers looted the property, filmed the compound and domestic staff, and threatened further violence before setting the house on fire. The police have initiated an investigation into the arson. Also, in the local news, military thwarts stolen crude oil heist worth 388 million naira and arrest 22 suspects. The Nigerian military successfully intercepted an attempt to steal crude oil worth 388,469,650 in the Niger Delta region and apprehended 22 suspected oil thieves. During the operation, troops also destroyed illegal refining sites, boats, storage tanks, and seized stolen crude oil and refined petrol products also. Additionally, in the counter-insurgency efforts, a significant number of terrorists were neutralized and arrests were made, with 2 high-profile Islamic States for West African province terrorists captured in Niger State. Oil marketers. Also, in the following news, oil marketers have been arraigned for alleged 4.4 billion naira fraud. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has arraigned oil marketer Florence Onojame and her company Emi Oil and Gas Nigeria Limited for alleged fraud amounting to 4.4 billion naira. The charges include conspiracy and fraud, claiming that Onojame conspired to defraud Access Bank PLC and transfer the money fraudulently through an electronic banking platform. The offense allegedly occurred in February 2022 in collaboration with others, some of whom are at large. Also, concerning security, residents flee Anambra communities as NAF bombs bandits' hideouts. Residents in and around Osumogu community in Anambra State are fleeing their homes due to airstrikes conducted by the Nigerian Air Force targeting suspected indigenous people of Biafra, the IPOP camps and armories. The air operations were carried out in response to credible intelligence reports suggesting potential attacks by suspected IPOP fighters. However, IPOP denied having any camps in the mentioned locations and accused the military of bombing innocent civilians. We go back to the international scene. Ending Ukraine and Russia war, climate action tops UNGA 78 debate. The United Nations General Assembly President Denis Francis highlighted that ending the war in Ukraine, promoting climate action, and intensifying efforts to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) were the main focuses of the 78th General Debate of Head of States and Governments of the United Nations. This session marked the first fully in-person gathering since the COVID-19 pandemic began. The debate included discussions on resolving conflicts in Africa, the Middle East, and Ukraine, as well as calls for stronger climate action and achieving the SDGs by 2030. Now we go to business news. In business, Google announces 75 million grants for 15 Nigerian SMEs. Google has introduced the Hustle Academy SMB Fund, offering a 75 million equity-free fund to support 15 Nigerian small and medium-sized business known as SMEs by providing 5 million naira to each of them. The initiative aims to address the funding challenges faced by small businesses, which are a vital part of Nigeria's economy. Google's Hustle Academy, launched in 2022, has already benefited over 4,000 SMEs in Nigeria, offering resources, mentorship, and opportunities for increased visibility and networking. Also in business news, federal government targets wealthy Nigerians in new tax drive. The federal government of Nigeria is planning a tax system overhaul to shift a greater tax burden to wealthy citizens while reducing corporate taxes. This move is part of President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms aimed at lifting the country's tax revenue to 18% of the gross domestic product (GDP) within 3 years, up from the current 11%. The plan also includes a tax amnesty to encourage compliance and make the tax system more equitable. Taiwo Oyedele, leading a panel for this initiative, emphasizes reducing the corporate income tax and reducing the corporate income tax rate to boost business benchmarked against Nigeria's peers. Also in business, NECA, NECA, NESG differ on World Bank $700 million loan. The Nigerian Employers Consultative Association (NECA) and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, the NESG, have expressed differing views on the World Bank's approval of a $700 million loan to Nigeria aimed at enhancing adolescent girls' learning and empowerment. While NESG praised the federal government's move to boost human capital development, NECA, on the other hand, believed that further loans would worsen the country's economic challenges. The Central Bank of Nigeria announced the additional financing to support the ongoing Adolescent Girls Initiative of Learning and Empowerment Project, focusing on improving secondary education opportunities for girls in targeted states. Let's go on a quick short break, and when we come back, we'll bring you sports. Please stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. What's happening? Welcome back. Now we bring you sports. Now officially, Anthony resumes Manchester United training and is available for selection. Manchester United winger Anthony is returning to training and will be available for selection again after being placed on fully paid leave earlier this month on focusing on clearing his name regarding accusations by 3 women. Anthony voluntarily met with Greater Manchester Police and was not arrested. Manchester United has cleared him to return to first team duties, although he won't train or play in the upcoming game against Crystal Palace at the weekend. Also in the news for sports, Napoli addresses Osimhen video controversy after agent threatens legal action. Napoli has addressed the controversy surrounding the now deleted videos shared on the club's official TikTok account that mocked Victor Osimhen. The club stated that no offense was intended and the clips were meant to be light-hearted. However, Osimhen's agent had earlier threatened legal action, calling the video mocking Victor unacceptable. Premier League clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United and Arsenal are monitoring the situation, along with European heavyweights Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. Also in sports, Zinedine Zidane agrees to manage Marseille if club is sold to Saudi interests. Zinedine Zidane has reportedly reached an agreement with Saudi Arabia to become the manager of Olympique de Marseille if the club is sold to the Gulf state. This move aligns with the long-held dream of Olympique Marseille supporters to see Zidane, a Marseillaise, in the dugout at the Velodrome. However, Marseille's current owner Frank McCourt has stated that the club is not for sale, presenting a significant obstacle. Zidane has asked for a £300 million budget and control over recruitment, demands that Saudi Arabia has accepted pending the club's sale. Now, on that scene, we bring you fixtures of matches that are going to be happening at the weekend, especially in the EPL this weekend. On Saturday, tomorrow, Saturday 30th September, we have Aston Villa will be taking on Brighton, and Bournemouth will be at home to Arsenal. Everton is going to be taking on Luton. Manchester United will be taking on Crystal Palace. Newcastle will be taking on Burnley. West Ham against Sheffield United. Wolves will be entertaining Manchester City, and Tottenham will be taking on Liverpool. Also in La Liga, we have only one match today, Friday 29th of September. Barcelona will be at home with Sevilla, and tomorrow Getafe will be taking on Villarreal. Rayo Vallecano will be taking on Mallorca, and Girona will be home to the almighty Real Madrid, and Sociedad will also be home to Atletico Bilbao. And with that, we come to the end of the afternoon news on Cactv this afternoon. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Reach out to us, drop your comments, your suggestions on our social media platform. On Facebook, Cactv, and on YouTube is CAC Television. We have our handles on the screen right there. We're also open to business and adverts placement. I remain your host, Shegun White. Enjoy the rest of your day and happy independence in advance.